welcome to another exciting episode of In the Kitchen with Pampered by John. Tonight we are making tacos for Taco Tuesday. Now this will post on a Monday night, but I just wanted to let you know that this is an awesome way to set up all your taco deliciousness and serve it to everyone you have. So we're going to get started by cooking our hamburger meat. Over here, so I'm going to show you tonight, you've already seen, so I'm not going to give you a lot of information. Our 12-inch cast iron skillet is one of those products. I'm just going to turn on my hamburger meat, and I'm going to use my mix and chop here to chop up my hamburger meat while it's cooking. Now the thing about hamburger meat is you want to make sure that you let it start browning first before you start chopping it up. Otherwise it just steams the hamburger meat instead of actually frying it. We're also going to take one package of our taco seasoning and sprinkle on here. That way our hamburger meat gets lots of taco flavoring directly into it while it is cooking. And while that is working, we're going to come back over here. We're going to use our food prep grater to shred our cheese very quickly. We have some Kobe Monterey Jack cheese here. The food prep grater comes with the food pusher. It's got 3 different blades that go inside. You have a coarse blade for soft cheeses like the one I'm using tonight. You have a fine blade for hard cheeses like Parmesan or chocolate. And then you also have a slicing blade, which is good for slicing potatoes or cucumbers or any vegetables that you want to add to your salads. Also good for shredding your lettuce so you don't have to buy pre-shredded lettuce. So we are going to put our block of cheese in here. Now you're going to use this stopper to keep a constant pressure on this cheese while you're grating it. If you don't keep constant pressure on it, you're going to get large chunks instead of grated. And the last little piece always comes out as kind of a chunk. I usually just fold it up. If your product that you are trying to grate is larger than this gray container, you can remove it completely and put the food directly into the grater. Now, one of the other nice features about this product is that it has suction cups on the bottom, so it will stick directly on your countertop and it will not move while you are trying to grate your cheese. It also has a very large container that comes with it, so you can measure out how much cheese you have grated. Or any of our mixing bowls will go right up underneath here. They fit perfectly and you are able to use those as well. Now, since we are doing a taco bar tonight, we are going to use one of our Pampered Chef cool and serve containers. Now this is the large square container. There's a couple of different inserts in here. This happens to be the main one that comes with it. These are the cooling packs. You store these in your freezer and they stay nice and cool, and they keep any of the produce or cheese or whatever you put in here cool while you're serving it. If you flip them over, you have a spot for deviled eggs. So you can serve your deviled eggs right in here, and they'll be nice and cool the whole time you are serving them. Or you can flip it over to the flat side and place the inserts. And now when I set this out on the counter to serve my guest, all of my vegetables and cheese will stay nice and cool while I'm serving them. So I'm going to take one of our spatulas here and move our cheese into our serving container. It's nice to have this container when you're making tacos for a party, because everybody can put whatever they want on their tacos, but all the toppings are in one easy location instead of having multiple bowls out on your counter. Now, I know we just celebrated Cinco de Mayo, and I really wished I would have done this that night, but we were not able to do it, so we are doing it tonight. So we are going to move this over to here, and the next thing we are going to prepare is our tomato. So now for our tomato, please excuse my kitty cat, he does not like being ignored. We are going to use our scoop and loop to remove the core of the tomato. You can use the smaller side or the larger side. I like the smaller size best. You just take and do a twisting motion to pop the skin, twist it around, and scoop. And out comes your core. And now you have a perfect tomato to slice up to go on your tacos, which we are going to use our quick slice for. We're going to put our tomato on here. Now, with other fruits and vegetables, you can simply just turn it sideways and slice them again to get cubes, but because tomatoes are a little bit tough to get through the skin, I like to limit the number that I put on here. I really like this because I am not a tomato eater, so I really like that I can slice these, dice them for tacos for people who like tomatoes without having a lot of work on my end. Now, if you don't want these large, long pieces, you could turn it again on here and get dices. Since we're putting it on tacos, the long pieces will work. And now our tomato is done. One of our other products that we have is our Measure, Mix, and Pour. Now they came out with this to do salad dressings, and if you can see on here, there is recipes listed on it. There are measure marks listed on it. So you can do everything you need right here. It also comes with a recipe book for doing your different salad dressings on it. But I found that it is really good for mixing up taco seasoning. I just take my taco seasoning, dump it in here. Alright, so we're using one of our Easy Read measuring cups. I am using just a cup of water. Now each package of taco seasoning calls for 2/3 cups of water, but I found that if I use 2 of them, I end up with very liquidy sauce afterwards. So I like to use just 1 cup of water and then go from there. Closed it up, shake. And now my taco seasoning is ready to pour on my meat once it's done, which we are going to come over here and stir now using our mix and chop because it has started cooking very nicely. You want to make sure you slide it around the pan, pick up all that taco seasoning that you dumped on it earlier. So we're going to continue to let that cook, and we're going to go back to our next thing. So one thing that I like on my tacos is salsa, but I don't like chunky salsa on my tacos. So I buy my salsa, and then I use my Deluxe cooking blender to make it nice and smooth with no chunks in it. So we just come over to our cooking blender, dump in our salsa, save your jar for storing later. Put your lid on, and you can do grind or pulse. I usually do pulse. And I just want to do it long enough to get rid of all of the chunks that are down in it. As you can see, it's nice and smooth now. So when I go to pour this on my tacos, it will be nice, smooth tomato sauce. Salsa. Yep, there we go. So we will take this over and add this to our server. I'm going to pour this in the little cups so everybody can dip it out as they want. And we're going to use our skinny scraper to make sure we get all of our salsa out of the blender, because we don't want to leave any of it left in the blender. And then we will wash our blender using the heated wash cycle, and it will be all taken care of. Going to stir our meat a little bit more. Now you don't have to use a cast iron skillet to fry up your hamburger meat. I just happen to love my cast iron skillet. And so I use it just about any time I'm going to fry anything. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to get our refried beans on the stove. We're going to use our Pampered Chef can opener to open our refried beans. You just set it on the edge of the can, start twisting. It goes around the outside of your can, so you will not have any sharp edges. To get it off, you just go back one click. Use the little teeth that are on it to grip the lid, and remove your lid. And now we can add this to our pot that is on our stove. Use one of our mix scrapers to bust it up, and we will turn it on and let it start cooking while we finish our hamburger meat. Make sure I turn on the right burner. I'm also going to turn on my oven, 375, because I'm going to use my rectangular stone to heat up my taco shells in the oven. Now, this is part of our entertainment set. This is the medium rectangular stone, and there's a large rectangular stone. We also have V-shaped the containers that are made specifically for putting hard shell tacos on to cook in your oven. So there's multiple different ways that you can warm up your taco shells for your party. Alright, so now we're ready to add our sauce to our meat. We've drained our meat of all its fat. These are our microwave grips. They're now gray, but they still work amazingly, especially with the Pampered Chef cast iron skillets. So we just pour our sauce right over our meat. And we will grab our spoon, stir it, mix it in good. While we're doing that, we are also going to take our shells and put them in our oven. The reason I love that set is because I get the versatility of the stoneware, but I also can put it in the dishwasher. So it makes it nice and easy. Set our timer for 6 minutes on our tortilla shells. And we're going to let this cook while that cooks. And then if you'll bring your attention back to our serving tray, as you can see, we have a full serving tray. These are toaster tongs. These things come in very handy when you're serving appetizers or pulling things out of a hot toaster. You don't want to burn your fingers. These are great. We use them for just about everything. They're really good for allowing people to put the lettuce and the cheese on their tacos without sticking their hands down in your food. These gray spoon and fork are part of our lunchbox collection, and they also are very nice for adding to your serving tray. If I was taking this off somewhere, instead of putting these in, I would just put the lid on and be able to carry this to wherever the party was going to be. But since the party is going to be here, I just take the bottom, set it in there with my toaster tongs on top, and now it's ready for guests to come by and create their tacos. So our hamburger meat is done. I'm going to remove it from the burner and bring it over here and place it on our hot pad so that they can go in order and put their meat on first and then get their toppings. So now our taco shells are done. We're going to use our little microwave grips. We're going to come and pull our dish out. Now remember, even though it's pretty and it'll be great for serving, it is going to be hot. We'll set our taco shells at the beginning, and here is our taco bar for our taco party. So thank you guys very much for watching another episode of In the Kitchen with Pampered by John. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below. And check out the descriptions for all the details on the products that we have talked about. Have a great night.